Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Business Monday. Today, I have someone quite special for you because I have heard a lot of you are looking for a new career. Some of you may be out of work for a little while because of the family, taking care of the kids, and now you feel like it is time to start looking after me again. So today I have Desiree here to share with us how she helped to empower women to helping them to find their mojo, their self-esteem, and their confidence to return back into the workforce. Hi, Desiree. Thank you so much for coming on with us.
Hello, Martha. Thank you for having me on your show.
It's lovely to have you. Please tell us a little bit more about you.
Okay, so I am a coach and I'm a return to work coach, and I help women to find, as you mentioned, their mojo and their confidence. Many women have had to take a break in their career, or they stopped working. They never had a chance to even start work, and then they began their family. And nothing wrong with that. But now that the children are perhaps a little bit older, or they're at full-time education, or whatever it is that stopped them from continuing working at the time, they are ready to invest in themselves and go to work. And sometimes it's not just even that you haven't worked. Perhaps you've been in a place too long, you've stayed there, and you're starting to feel like a bit another adventure. You may want to find something that gives you a promotion. You may find something that gives you, obviously we want more money, but we also want to have some form of satisfaction. So moving laterally, and you just want to move work. And in today's market, is important to, we're not expecting the golden handshake and the gold watch or whatever for staying 25 years. Now, if you're still within the same company after 4 or 5 years, people wonder what is wrong with you, that you're not somebody who's ambitious. So it's good to move and to push yourself and change, or go for that first adventure whenever you're ready, whichever your
That is
situation is.
interesting. That is very interesting because back in the olden days, we love having that job security, having ensure that we can stay with a company for longer because like first thing like you get have what 10 years long service leaves and things like that. But I guess that the society have changed. There is a lot more different venture that you can go and explore your life. So why do you feel a lot of women are scared and being fearful about going back to work?
Well, women tend to be very harsh on themselves, and as a woman, you'd know that, because they judge themselves very harshly, and that's one of our that's one of the good things for us, but also one of the less good things. Because if a woman looks at a job ad, and she'll see that what the job requirement requires, and she'll see there are 5 bullet points on there, or 7 bullet points, and she can only do 6 of them, she'll think, oh my God, I can't do that one, and therefore I'm not going to apply. A man will look at this job, the same job, and say, oh, I can do 3 of these things, so that's great, I'm going to apply. And he's going to go with the idea that he's going to get the job. We feel that we need to be pretty much perfect to respond when we're responding to that job ad. But the thing that we don't realize is that no employer, if you look at a job ad and you can answer 5 out of 5 or 10 out of 10, whatever the amount of bullet points is, if you can answer that, it means that you can already do that job that you were doing it before. And the only reason you'd want to move is for better money. Now, better money sounds good for a month, 2, maybe 3 at a push. But better money doesn't mean that you'll get job satisfaction, because you're not learning anything new. You're not getting new skills. You're not willing to like push yourself. So if you go to another job and you can answer everything, it means that there's no growth for you professionally. So therefore that employer won't employ you. And if he does, he'll know you won't stick around, and you know you won't stick around because you can already do the thing. So where's the learning in that? I know we just want money, because that's why we work. But I mean, for a woman, most of the time, she does want to have a little bit of excitement in it. And sometimes the learning is very important. So, but most importantly, to answer your question, Martha, I would say it's because women are very harsh on themselves. that's the bottom line. They don't trust that they can deliver unless they are pretty much perfect on every score.
I hear you. I hear you. A lot of times that we are our worst self-critics, and a lot of
Yes,
times that even that we can do something, we will still
yes,
compare ourselves to other people and
yes,
thinking that, oh, maybe he or she can do it better. Who am I to ask for a different treatment? Who am
yes,
I to even ask for a pay rise? Or who am I to even go and actually look for a new job? So I
yes.
definitely hear you on your point on that. So how about for women that who are haven't been in the workforce for a little bit? What are some of the barriers that or challenges that they have to go through when they are looking for a new job?
Well, many women, at least the clients I've had, they would come to me, and the first thing they will say is, all I want to do is some cleaning job or something that they're used to doing around the house. And I'll say, why? You already do that at home. Why do you want to go out there? I'll get paid for it. I said, yes, but don't you want to do something very different? And they'll say, well, I don't think I have any skills. I don't think I have any experience to offer to an employer. No one will want to hire me with these, I don't know anything. I haven't done anything. I mean, if you've turned around a household, you've supported a partner who was the one who was the breadwinner, you've raised a family, and you've managed to get them to go to school or to grow up or go to wherever they went. And if you've managed, whatever it is, no woman sits around and twiddles her thumb all day. She's got skills. What she doesn't know how to do is how to transfer those skills from what she does at home to what it looks like in the workforce. And what I do is I show her how to transfer the home skills that she has or what she thinks she doesn't have, and what the name of it is in the workforce. And then suddenly, then the penny drops. And it's an amazing moment whenever I'm working with a woman, with a client like that, because suddenly they realize they have value, they have worth, and they have something to offer to an employer. They don't want to necessarily settle with cleaning or ironing or waitressing. And there's nothing wrong with any of those jobs if that's what you want to do. But many people want to explore something very different, but they're too afraid because they feel they don't have it. Well, I can tell you, as a woman, and to every woman who's out there, I don't care what you used to do or what you think you didn't do, you have the skills. The most important is to know, what is it you want to do? Where do you want to go? And then we take it from there.
Mm. So what do you think is the most crucial part of getting a job and why?
I think the most crucial part of getting a job is having the confidence. And confidence will get you everywhere and even talk you out of a job, because when you have confidence, you know how to say no, and you know how to say yes, and you know how to promote yourself the best way possible. But without the confidence, even if you get as far as an interview, people don't want to know. Some employers are not looking for people who are scared and who don't want to try, or who don't want to go on an adventure in a job. They don't want you to be perfect in every skill, every task, every software that you use. What they want to know is that you have the confidence to be willing to try. And many women have lost that confidence because they feel they don't know, and that don't know means loss of confidence. So you can show up at an interview and say to them, well, I've heard about this, but I haven't used it, but I'm willing to try. That's great. I've looked into this and I've read a bit about it. I did some homework. I haven't used it, but I'm willing to learn and give it a go. There's a different thing to just not showing up for it. So confidence is what makes or breaks the moment. And it's not even about whether you have the skills or not, because there are many women who have qualifications, skills, experience, but something has happened along the way that has broken their confidence or broken their self-esteem. And because of that, they come across without the confidence and they come across they they come to the job interview without themselves, without their A game, and that A game is that confidence. You don't have to have everything, but without your confidence you won't get the job, because no one will give you something that they don't think you're willing to do, or you're too afraid to do. So and they will smell that lack of confidence from a mile off. But you can show up with confidence and no skills and you'll get the job. So confidence plays a huge part in getting a job. And if you got to the interview stage, I'd say you're only 5 people who are vying for that particular 3 to 5 people. So your chances are really high. So the only way you can throw a job is by not having that confidence.
I hear you. I hear you. So
Mm,
that comes into my mind when you were talking about confidence. A lot of
yes.
us that who have confidence, who are quite a strong woman, one of the things that I have learned is that one of my biggest fear, let's say a barrier, is to be called cocky, judgmental, or someone's that who's rude even. Because even I find that a lot of times that confidence and rudeness is a very, very fine line. So how do you help women to actually get over that, realizing what is confidence and what is cockiness?
Yes. Cockiness, let's call it overly confident.
Mm,
Overconfidence, cockiness. Yeah, look, you can be cocky and be funny at the same time, and I think it's having confidence with humility.
mm,
You're right, it is a fine line, because for example, for me, i I have a doctorate, so I'm really highly
mm,
educated, but I will not use this at any time unless it is necessary to use it. Just because you've got the goods doesn't mean you have to flaunt it everywhere. It's a question of being able to use it when the time is right and when the time is necessary. And look, let's not kid ourselves. Women who see other women, or men who see women as being cocky, normally have a certain, it's not about the woman who's cocky or overconfident, it's about them. All right. So it's about something that is missing in themselves that they're judging, because you are confident, and they're considering you as cocky because they wish they were like you, and they do not know how to do that. So there's a lot of variables, there's a lot of play there. But what I do teach, or what I do help with a woman who or gets the confidence, is to be able to speak with humility and to speak with enthusiasm, and you can do that and sound confident and not sound cocky. But at the same time, let's face it, cockiness is also a way to, you're protecting yourself. It's a way to sometimes take the edge off. So I would say, if you come across when a person tells you that you sound almost cocky with your confidence, or cocky with your intelligence, or with your qualification, it's not your problem. It's that person's problem. There's something that's going on in them, and you're mirroring them. So stick to your cockiness if that's what it is. But what you shouldn't do is let anyone put a dent in what you've worked so hard to achieve, in your confidence. Because confidence and cockiness is a way of keeping staying where you are, keep standing your ground. And when you've reached a certain place, a lot of people are there trying to knock you over. So if you have to use cockiness to stay where you need to be, so be it. And others will have to deal or walk away. This is who you are. This is how you're showing up. Deal with me as I am. And we shouldn't let other people's opinion of us take us down a notch or two, because as women, we know how much time and how much effort and how hard we worked to earn that confidence, to earn that cockiness. So, and if, let's face it, if we have to change for every opinion that we get of us, where would we be? So just do you, do you. And if you are confident, you are overconfident, you are cocky, that's you. I wouldn't expect any woman to change that. And whatever it is that you're looking for is going to find you, because it's looking for you too, with your cockiness, is what I say.
That's cool, because I always think that I'm happy with who I am. Like a lot of women in our group is, we cannot please every single person in life. And
Precisely.
if we have to change every single time that I've been called passive aggressive or things like that, I wouldn't be at the position that I am right now. And I
Indeed.
always say I treat other people with respect. I say things the way that I don't mind to be said back. And if this had helped anyone that is listening, if someone disagree or starting to fight back and things like that, and if you are in the position to dismiss them and just cut them off in your life, especially somewhere like social media, it is very easy to use that button. There's a button called block. There's a button in groups called ban. Is absolutely amazing to use. There's no point for you to keep arguing with someone and lower yourself to their level. And it
Indeed.
is true that sometimes that when they don't understand what you're saying, it's just that you guys are not vibrating in the same vibration. And it's
Totally.
completely okay.
Yeah.
Send them love, send them light, and bye. We don't
Yeah.
need to see them again.
Send them away with all the love and all the light in the world. But obviously, you're not
Exactly.
meant to meet at the time. So, yeah.
Mm, exactly. I completely agree with you on that. And we had such a good conversation. Is there any other tips and things like that you can share with us about finding a new job, finding our confidence, and you can share with us before we end our session today?
Yes, of course. And thanks for the opportunity. I would say to any woman who's out there who would like, who's got, or I wouldn't mind start going for a job, but I don't. I would say take the time to invest in yourself. Women don't do that enough. We will give the fifth, sixth pair of trainers to a child who's already got plenty and who doesn't appreciate it, just wants another pair because we will, buy the piano lessons and all those things. And there's nothing wrong with investing in your children or anyone in your family that you want, but you also count. And there's a time for you. And invest in yourself. Take the time to do something for you. If there's a job or if you want to work, invest in yourself. And there is nothing wrong with getting a coach. There's nothing wrong with getting help. I mean, people like myself, like Martha, like you, Martha, we are here, we serve a purpose. And we're here to connect, to assist people to get from A to B via C, perhaps, or A to C via B. And why would you want to reinvent the wheel and do it, take 10 to 11 or 12 months or longer to get from A to C, when you can use B, which is your transportation, which is faster to get there? Do you want to spend a year and a half, 2 years of getting, we regret that letter, if you're lucky enough to get a regret letter? Or do you want to take 3 to 4 months to find the job of your dreams and get where you want to go and use somebody's help with that? So it's a question of invest in yourself, make it easier for yourself, and use what's already been tried and tested. Don't go trying it again, because you'll make all the errors that's already been made many times, and you're not going to feel very good after that. And then you'll look back and say, I should have. Forget the should have. Do what you can now, is all I say.
That's just gold, because so many of us that are willing to spend on other things, a holiday, a comedy club, or something like that, instead of in reinventing in ourselves and make ourselves more attractive. A lot of people don't realize the most attractiveness in a woman is actually not that brand of lipstick that you're wearing. It's actually how you carry yourself, the knowledge that you have, and the confidence that shine from you.
Yeah.
That's attractive.
Yes. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with planning for the holiday or the comedy
Mm,
show. But that's for everybody. Every now and then, it's good to invest in yourself. And this
yes.
is for me. This is for my future. And and honestly, the thing that makes me tick is a woman who can earn her own living. Now, it doesn't matter what you're doing, but there's something very special about having your own money. Yes, you may have a partner who brings in the, who's the breadwinner, and you may have an account that he puts money on and say, this is for you, darling. All that is great, but there is nothing that tastes sweeter than saying, I earned this. Because if you can earn it with someone, you can earn it without someone, and you can always earn it. And there's a certain power in that. There's a certain sense of empowerment for every woman to say she can earn her own money. And you can't stop hurting. You can't stop problems from happening, but having your own money gives you a power. And when you do it, you know what it feels like, and you will never want to let it go. I promise you
I
that.
completely agree with you on that. Being someone that who's been working since age 13, I
Yes.
really value the time that of being my own boss and all of that. So yes, I
Yes.
completely agree with you on that. That's right. Thank you
Yes.
so much for spending your time with me again today. And I really look forward for our upcoming workshops that when more people is going to know about what you're offering. So it will be
Yes.
great to actually be able to see you again soon. Thank you once
Thank
again
you.
for being on our show, and thank you for our audience and our listeners for listening to Business Monday. I look forward to seeing you at the next episode. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Martha. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.